look at the Toronto Raptors starting lineup. The post pairing, Barnes playing alongside Pirtle. The guard spots filled by Quickly and Barrett. And it's Ingram in at the 3, the small forward. And for the Hornets, Ball is the point with Miller on the wing. Knipple out there with Miles Bridges. So, Tim, for teams off to a really slow start, there's pressure to get it together before it's too late, and there's not enough time to make it up.
Well, it's early, so teams still have time. I think some teams have been affected by injury or just slow starts by individual players. It's not too late, but you can't wait too long either.
Now here's Ingram. Onside, Barrett. Down to 5 on the shot clock. The shot goes in. First shot, first basket.
Well, Barrett is just a gifted scorer. He is so skilled at making difficult, contested shots near the rim.
Here is Miller. Back to Ball. Over quickly. Ball with the bucket.
And I love Ball's awareness. When the mid-range J is available, he is more than happy to take it.
And let's go to the sideline. Here's Allen.
I caught up with Coach Charles Lee. As far as Brandon Ingram goes, Coach believes that space is the key. He told me, quote, if we can close the gap, there aren't as many tools that he can go to, especially if we have a second defender to throw an occasional arm out. Percentages drop quite a bit in those cases. Back to you guys.
Great work as always, Allie. Thank you. Here's Ball after R.J. Barrett's bucket. Bridges deciding where to go with it. And it's Ball, that time on the assist by Bridges.
Making it work in close. Ball getting an agile finish.
Outside, Barrett. Quickly kicks to Ingram. Barnes sets a screen for Ingram. Drives to the hoop and slam dunk by Ingram.
What an explosive move. Ingram flying to the rim.
Bridges outside. Back to Ball. Out left to the wing. Knipple with it. Last game he had 28 points. Tries again. And he makes that one.
Well, that's one way he can finish, but far from the only way he gets it done. He's got all kinds of tricks up his sleeve.
So, GA, Coach Charles Lee of the Hornets, spending a decade as an NBA assistant coach. He has really paid his dues.
Yeah, 4 years with the Hogs, 5 in Milwaukee, part of that title team. 1 in Boston as well, another title. So he's been a part of winning, now trying to translate that to Charlotte.
Now Ball, after Brandon Ingram missing on that last three-pointer. Pass to Bridges. Here's Knipple. Charlotte moving the ball around. They set the screen. Here's the lob to the hoop. Ingram with the steal. In the corner, Barrett with it. And first quarter, we're about 3.5 minutes in. The shot's good. Barrett's got his third bucket of the night.
R.J. Barrett always making his presence felt.
Pass to Knipple. And here is Bridges. No scoring in this one. Lets it go from deep. Knocks it loose.
And you don't want to give up that kind of look too often.
Barrett the pass to Barnes. Now here's Quickly. Ingram right side. Shot clock at 5. It's good for his second make. He's made 2 of 3 so far.
That is strong. Ingram taking it right to the defense.
Bridges outside. Inside. On the wing, Miller. There's the screen. Quickly against Ball. Here's Barnes, and he drops in the layup off the glass.
That's the 10th straight point they've given up in the paint.
Ball against Quickly. Takes a step back. Pass to Knippel. To the paint. Lays it up and in off the pretty assist.
And a nice job here early of establishing an inside presence.
Outside Barrett. Quickly up top. He's covered by Ball. Here's Ingram. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. Ingram's got 6.
Man, have they been effective at getting the ball inside.
Now Ball. Some stats for him. He averages over 21 points a game. To the middle. Outside Barrett. Barnes outside. Barrett against Miller. Outside Barrett. Back to Barnes. From past the arc. And he's good on the 3-ball. He has 5.
This is as good as it gets for a first quarter in terms of shooting the basketball.
And the call will be against Emmanuel Quickly. That's his first foul.
First team foul.
Bridges against Barnes. Miller with a screen on Barnes. Bridges inside. Covered by Barnes. That shot no good. Here's Barrett. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. It's going to be on Brandon Miller.
And what you love about Barrett, not only is he tenacious, he also plays with a lot of confidence, and he is relentless.
And that one falls for Barrett. You know, Tim, we see a lot of talented wings in this NBA. Where does R.J. Barrett separate himself?
Well, he's very difficult when he puts it on the deck, Kevin. He's got some moves, and he's got an array of finishes, both the layup package or he can pound it on your head.
And another of these young, talented players out of Canada, R.J. Barrett, is a high-level NBA athlete.
It's in the blood. His father played for the Canadian national team. Barrett, an attack wing who loves to get downhill.
What a pass right there. Coaches love seeing guys making it easy for their teammates.
And so quickly, we'll bring it up for the Raptors. 9-point game. Coming into this, having notched a win against Cleveland in their last game.
Yeah, and that one, their rebounding was the difference. Big disparity between the two teams.
I love it when a team comes out and sets the tone physically.
And the Hornets with possession here after the Raptors pick up 2. Defended by Pirtle. Lays it up off the glass. 6 points for him.
And those are the kind of nice inside looks they've gotten here in the first half.
Here's Quickly. And stolen by Miller. Barnes grabs the miss. Toronto leading by 9. Now here's Ingram. And he comes up with the deuce. 8 points for Brandon Ingram.
Yeah, they have gone full throttle from the opening tip, showing no signs of letting up.
Yeah, they've just been the better team. They've been more aggressive, which is why they hold a double-digit lead.
Now here's Ball. Throws down the alley-oop slam.
And when it comes to moving the ball, LaMelo is unreal. Can make any pass in the book.
Barnes outside. Pirtle with a screen on Miller. There at the pass to Pirtle. That one falls.
Really seizing the momentum of this game, but doing it with a methodical approach.
We always talk about getting high percentage shots, and they are teaching a master class in that right now.
And a timeout called by Charles Lee. This now will give him a chance to discuss some potential changes. So a whole new group on the floor now for Charlotte. And the Raptors making a change here.
Substitution on the court.
Here's Salon.
Come get it, come get it.
Sexton on the wing. Pass to James. Clock at 4. Here's Salon. Charlotte no good that time either. Toronto leading by 11. And now Allie LaForce has something for us from the sideline.
Thanks, guys. Scotty Barnes letting everyone know. He said, I'm a great defender. I feel like it doesn't really get talked about enough. I guard whoever, 1 through 5. That's what I pride myself on and what I'm ready to do every time I step on the floor. Kevin, back to you.
A tone setter for sure at that end. Thanks so much for the report, Allie.
He typically dominates that area of the floor. It just didn't drop.
To the inside. Back to Sexton. Floats one, and contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
First personal foul.
Defenders going at Colin Sexton should be mindful of his prowess in the paint, Greg. He's pretty tricky.
That's right, Kevin. We tend to think of guards like Sexton as perimeter pests, but Collins a real plus when he's in close. Let him slip by you, and it's a deuce.
Free throw good, Sexton. And we've got our 2K insider, Shams Charania, on the line. Shams, what's the story?
Well, excitement building in Ontario ahead of this coming May when the WNBA makes its long-awaited launch north of the border. The Toronto Tempo will become Canada's first ever WNBA franchise, and with that league finding a rhythm, this debut feels right on time.
It is a beautiful thing. And Shams, we appreciate the report. That one goes. Count it.
Yeah, the chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
Hornets trail by 12. Sexton with it. He's coming off a 22-point game against Atlanta. Pass to McNeely. On the wing, James. Sexton deciding where to go with it. And the Hornets miss again.
And he rushed that one, no doubt about it. The D. Alice position, you could see the frustration on his face.
And the dunk by Pirtle.
Displaying intensity right off the opening tip, especially on the offensive end.
So far, a great game plan and great execution, but we still have a long way to go.
And it's slammed in by Plumlee.
Yeah, everybody will remember the bucket, but how about that pass to set it up?
Pass to Pirtle. Some nice ball movement here by the Raptors. To the paint. Here's Ingram. Plumlee with the rebound. And so Sexton will bring it up for the Charlotte Hornets. Down by 12. Here's McNeely. Now Plumlee. He's covered by Ingram. And it's Plumlee that time on the assist by James.
And they keep hammering away at him inside, forcing the ball into the paint.
Pass to Shed. We've got 33 seconds left here in the first quarter. Here's McNeely. Still scoreless. Dick against James. Here's Plumlee. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle and 2 shots coming up.
Nice work to get it inside and draw the contact.
The Hornets shooting their third and fourth free throw shots of the night. That's good from Plumlee. Second free throw, no good. Toronto leading by 9. Pass to Shed. Here's Murray Boyle. Knocks down the 3 ball.
Wow, what a pass there. He made that a very easy basket with that setup.
And as we conclude the first quarter, a one-sided game so far. Toronto ahead, they lead by 12. And we'll get things started in the second quarter when we return. And so far through one quarter, it's been a lopsided game. We'll see if that changes here in the second. And let's get your take, guys, on the scoring breakdown for the Raptors.
A huge part of their offense, pushing the ball. Looking for fast break opportunities, always a good idea.
And then there's the points off turnovers. They've really made the other team pay when they've lacked ball security.
We've got Knipple. Sexton is out there with James. And it's Diabate in at the 5 spot. So that's who Charlotte starts the second with. And Tim, of the teams that were not in the playoffs or even in the play-in last season, you can make a case the Raptors among many teams that have a lot of potential to get there this year.
Yeah, I agree, and you could also put the Spurs in that conversation too. But if you're just looking at the East, the Raptors could easily climb back into relevance as their young talent develops.
Tim, you once led the NBA in three-point percentage, and in my mind's eye, I can see almost every shot. You were terrific shooting the long ball.
Well, Kevin, I don't want to show my age, but do you know, after 4 years of high school and 2 years of college, making 25-foot twos, I finally had a three-point line going into my junior year, and I'm just glad I had a three-point line for my entire NBA career.
Yeah, it's a tough transition to make to stretch out and go those extra couple feet.
No doubt. I was not ready to make NBA level threes when I first came out of college. A year overseas really helped me gain strength, and finally I found my rhythm in the NBA.
Now here's James. He has yet to score. Pass to Sexton. Back to James. Here's Knipple. 5 to shoot. His second shot goes in, off to a good start, 2 for 2. Here in the second quarter with a little over a minute gone. Here's Murray Boyle. Taking a look at his stats, he's averaging around 7.5 points a game. It's deflected. Outside, Sexton. Here's Knipple. Whistle blows. Basket is good. So a chance here for a three-point play.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
And talking to Knipple, Greg, he has a burning passion to be great. You can just tell it.
Yeah, he gets up before everyone else and goes to work. Some people have called him an old soul, just very mature and disciplined.
Second quarter of action, about a minute and a half played. Here's Murray Boyle. Pass to Mobo. It's tipped. James looking it over. Here's Diabate. And here's Sexton. There's the triple. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. Sexton's got 4 this quarter.
And it's important Sexton makes those. The more he hits from outside, the more the floor will open up.
And timeout called by Darko Rajakovic. He's going to take a few moments here to check in with his team and regroup. McNeely's checked in for Charlotte. The Raptors making a switch here. Here we are in November, and let's see how things are going out east in the early season. Taking a look at Toronto. Off to a great start this season, currently in second. And, of course, Charlotte, 8.5 games behind them. Barrett against James. Barrett the pass to Dick. Ingram left side. Here's Mobo. Up again. Great positioning on the putback.
That is terrific effort by Barrett hitting the glass. He deserved to be rewarded for that.
Sexton dishes to James. Here's Knipple. Good, and the assist goes to James. 9 points for Knipple.
And now you see them starting to really work the ball inside.
Ingram outside. Pass to Dick. Here in the second quarter, about 3 minutes played. And here's Charlotte. Stringing it together. They've got an 11-2 run going. James is screen on quickly. And Sexton slams it in.
And the vertical of Sexton is amazing. At 6'2", he's just capable of hammering it home.
Now, here's quickly. An 11-point game for him in the win against Cleveland.
And he promoted team chemistry. That's how you do it, by moving the ball.
And that one, good. Ingram's got 12 in the game.
Well, that's a beautiful mid-range jumper that time by Ingram, totally under control.
James sets the screen for Sexton. Kicks it out to James. And he hits it to tie the game up.
Very difficult to stop team play when the ball's moving. Excellent find with the pass to create that scoring opportunity.
Pass to Dick. Toronto working the ball around now. Ingram deciding where to go with it. Good for another basket. He's put up 10 shots and made 7 of them.
Well, his team is up, and he's a big reason why. And it's a little easier to shoot when you know you've got an advantage on the scoreboard.
Now here's James. Taking a look at his numbers, he averages about 7 points a game. The shot by Sexton, no good. Toronto's gone 0-2 from deep here in the second. And here is quickly. Scoreless thus far. Pass to Dick. There's the 3. The offensive rebound. Barrett kicks to quickly. Count it. And now a 4-point Raptor lead.
And without looking at the scoreboard, you think they were the team trailing and trying to fight their way back.
And a timeout called by Charles Lee. Coach is going to take a few minutes to regroup and go over the strategy. Both teams deciding to change it up. And here is our 2K leaderboard. These teams have been on fire over the course of the past 10 games. In fourth, the Raptors.
And over the last 10 games, they have done a great job at getting the shots they want and shooting a high percentage.
Right side, Ball. And he makes the bucket, gets the whistle, And now a three-point play chance here for him.
So much drive in this game. Ball wants to beat you and make you feel it.
Greg, you talk about some players passing the eye test. LaMelo is one of those guys.
I mean, everything he does looks so easy with how he moves, and the numbers back up what the eye sees. He raises the level of his team whenever he's on the court.
And the Hornets playoff drought continuing. Greg, their last postseason appearance, 2016.
Yeah, the rebuild grinds on, and last season, their worst record in over a decade. We're hoping these new additions can help.
Now here's Ingram. 37 points in the win against Cleveland.
Well, he also did a great job on the glass, and it made a big difference.
Falls right in. He is 8 for 11 with that shot.
Well, he comes out and puts his toe in the water, and when he gets hot, he keeps his foot on the accelerator.
Here's Miller, the dunk and the foul, a powerhouse move, and he's got a chance for one more at the line. It goes on Brandon Ingram.
And he shows us all what the breakaway rim was invented for.
Can you believe he almost brought the whole thing down by hanging on that long?
Shooting one.
And a rangy 6'7" wing GA with a smooth shooting touch. Brandon Miller fits a mold that a lot of teams are looking for.
And there's a reason he was the second overall pick in 23. He's got the potential to be an impact wing at both ends of the floor.
Hornets trail by 3. And Ball slams it in.
Get up, LaMelo. These Ball brothers can fly.
And Ingram has got the ball here for Toronto. They've led by as many as 14 points. And it's Brandon Ingram with the foul. That'll be his second foul of the game.
Yeah, way to get there first and be willing to absorb the contact.
Barnes, he's checked in for Grady Dick.
Number 4, Scotty Barnes.
Charlotte has gotten both of their three-point attempts to go down here in the second quarter. Ball, the pass to Miller. They set the pick to the middle. Here's Knipples. And Knipples slams it in.
And you can put Miller on either side of that pick and roll action. He has a terrific IQ.
Pass to Barrett. Barnes the screen. Pulls up on the elbow. Oh, and that one had the right spin on it, and it is good. Barrett's got 4 points in the quarter.
I like that mid-range game right there. Barrett taking advantage of what the defense is giving him.
Banked in off the glass. And the Hornets lead by 1.
And they're forcing the ball inside, and it's working like a charm.
Quickly the pass to Pirtle. That one goes in for him, too, making it look easy. He's now 4 for 4.
Yeah, Pirtle that time just outworked the defense. He is no stranger to fighting through contact.
Bridges kicks the ball. Clock at 6. Rebound by the Raptors.
The game has been very close in a lot of areas, but rebounding has been the one differentiator thus far.
Now we'll hear from Allie LaForce, and she's got a story for us. An update. Allie?
Thanks a lot, Kevin. Raptors coach Darko Rajakovic explained what he's looking for on the offensive end. He said, quote, it's unselfishness, ball and body movement, playing together and making each other better. Also, you have to be able to adjust. Basketball is not set in stone. If it was, it would be a recipe. Back to you.
Yeah, you got to roll with the punches. Thank you, Allie. Charlotte trailer. Miller, the pass to Ball. Now Bridges. Shoots over Ingram. Charlotte no good that time either. Pass to Quickly. Now Pirtle. The kick out to Barnes. Hits the three-point bomb. Barnes has got 8 points.
He was ready, and Barnes wasted no time firing that jumper.
Now Knippel. Inside, here's Bridges. He's just scored his first basket with that shot, making him 1 for 4.
And we always talk about making your teammate better. That assist was right on target.
Ball against Quickly. Pass to Barnes. Pirtle with a screen on Miller. Barrett the pass to Pirtle. And the dunk by Pirtle.
Tremendous read by Barrett. He recognized coming out of that pick and roll who had the better shot.
In the corner, Knippel with it. Pass to Quickly. Stolen by Ball. Down low, Knippel. That falls. Nice feed that time from Ball. 13 points for Knippel. Quickly against Ball. And Barrett gets it to go. 14 points for R.J. Barrett. Hornets trail by 4. Pass to Knippel. Quickly against Ball. Throws it up high.
Good creation by Ball off that pick and roll. He can find clever ways to beat the defense.
Toronto's gotten fewer than half of their three-pointers to go down tonight. They're 4 for 9. Ingram right side. It's Barrett on the wing. 6 on the shot clock. From deep. Bridges with the board. And so Miller will bring it up for Charlotte. Trailing by 2. They're coming into this game off that recent loss to Atlanta.
Yeah, you know they wanted a few of those plays back. What a tough way to go out in that one.
The most discouraging part about that loss is that they actually played very well. Man, that can be frustrating.
Now here is Pirtle. 10 points for him. Quickly against Miller. Got a piece of it. To the wing right side. Outside, Ball. A shake. And it's good on the way in. Ball's got it all tied up now for the Hornets.
If you give him an inch of space, he's going to make you pay.
And so it's tied as we head to right after halftime for the start of the third quarter. We'll see you in a bit.
Welcome, folks. It's halftime, and the Charlotte Hornets are in the midst of a very close game.
Playing for one another. The phrase gets overused, but tonight it's right.
Hey, we should try a harmony.
Let's do it.
Playing for one
another. The phrase gets overused. Kenny, get on beat.
But tonight, it's right.
Now let's take a moment here for a look at the upcoming schedule.
In that game against the Knicks, I know they're technically underdogs, but they don't think that. They think they're coming out with a W, man.
A positive group with a lot of confidence. Thanks for spending halftime with us. Time to get it back out to Kevin Harlan for the start of the third quarter.
And if you're just joining us, we've played through the first half in a game that's been fairly even so far. Brandon Ingram has been sensational.
Yeah, it's been a great performance from him, really staying focused on quality shots.
There is nothing better than watching scorers get their points within the flow of the offense.
Charlotte shooting nearly 70% from the floor. They are putting on a clinic offensively. And checking out the group for Darko Rajakovic to start the second half. Perimeter pairing, Barrett and Ingram. The post pairing, Barnes playing alongside Pirtle. And it's quickly in at the guard position. And they take the lead. 14 points for him.
Really, the defense is helpless to stop a layup right there. Just too much of an advantage in terms of the mismatch.
Wants to get it to Barnes and does. And he gets the bucket.
Wow, and you can see the added strength for Barnes. It really helped him there.
First team foul.
In his relatively young career, Scotty Barnes, GA, has played a number of positions.
Well, he's so versatile. He can be successful at a lot of different spots on the floor. A glue guy, you can plug in just about anywhere.
The free throw off from Barnes. And last season, Vince Carter became the first player ever to have his jersey retired, Tim, by the Raptors.
So well deserved. And look, prime Vince Carter is exactly the kind of player Toronto is still looking for. A 3-level elite scorer.
And the officials calling for a 3-second violation. Now let's take a second to bring up our rookie leaderboard for a glance at this year's top first-year free throw shooters. Con Knipple on top.
Yeah, he doesn't miss that many, does he? I mean, great skill level to go with his obvious talent. He's taking full advantage every time he draws a whistle.
Ball against Quickly. Pass to Bridges. Now here is Miller. Defended by Pirtle. Just 4 to shoot. Charlotte needs to get a shot. Knipple, no good. Toronto shooting an impressive 65%, having their way with this defense. Stolen by Knipple. And we're just about a minute and a half into the third quarter of basketball. Lets it go with the 3. Sinks the three-pointer. Knipple's got 16 points.
And obviously his momentum from the last game has carried over here tonight.
When someone is rolling like this, just keep feeding him. That's just great coaching.
Now, here's Barrett. 14 points for him. Barnes can't get it to go.
And even with good coverage defensively that time, he has confidence to drill the 3.
Knipple with it. Now guarded by Ingram. Beautiful dish, and the layup goes down. Now it's a 5-point Hornets lead.
And guys, the D has to show a little more fight on the interior than they did on that trip.
Nice shot by Pirtle.
Yeah, and that's his bread and butter right there. That's where Pirtle wants to operate, right there in the paint in front of the rim.
Outside, Ball. And again, Charlotte with the triple.
Yeah, that's a high percentage look when the D doesn't fight over the screen.
Yeah, and that's the effectiveness of the two-man game right there.
Now, here's Quickly. He's been playing a big part of their offensive scheme, averaging around 15.5 points a game. Barrett with the ball, covered by Miller. Bridges with the board. Bridges got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Pass the ball. Bridges against Barrett. And it's Ball in the corner. From the wing. And Pirtle pulls it down. Pirtle's got his 4th rebound in this one. And the call is going to be, yes, it is, an illegal screen.
When a pick like that is questionable and creates that much of an advantage for the offense, you have to blow the whistle.
Well, oftentimes illegal screens fall into a gray area, but that time he got called for it.
Now, here's Bridges. Three-pointer. They get it back. On the wing, Bridges. Knipple wide open, and he fires. A three-pointer is right on target. Knipple's got 19 points.
I love the fact that Bridges does a little bit of everything, including passing the ball.
Good ball movement here by the Raptors. It's Barrett on the wing, covered by Miller. And Barrett slams it in.
It's been the R.J. Barrett show tonight. Absolutely relentless. Another bucket for him.
Pass to Miller. Here's Ball. Out to Miller. A three ball. Toronto grabs the miss. Pirtle's got rebound number 5 here tonight. Here's Ingram diving in.
Look at those long strides. Ingram eating up ground in a hurry.
Hornets leading by 5. Miller outside. Tim, I can hear it in my head right now. You called Steph Curry must-see TV. Does anyone from this next generation maybe approach that description for you?
Well, Kevin, certainly Victor Wembanyama would be at the top of that list. You're talking about a one-off when you combine that size with that particular skill set. And then Anthony Edwards would be another guy because of the explosiveness and excitement that he brings every single night.
It'll be exciting to see this next generation and see if they do impact it like the ones before him, for sure. Good on that shot, and with that, the Hornet lead is cut down to 5 on the bucket from Pirtle. Defended by Pirtle. Pass to Miller. Now Knipple. He's got 19. Back to Bridges. Over Barnes. Bridges shot. Good. And the Hornets lead by 7.
Not shot from outside. There's no doubt about that. Spreading the floor and getting them up.
Now Pirtle. Pass to Barrett. Quickly with it. Now guarded by Ball. Ingram outside. Back to Barnes. Three-pointer. Out to Barrett. Fires the 3. It's rebounded by Charlotte.
Yeah, so many times we will see shooters of any caliber miss that wide open 3.
Left side, Miller. To the inside. And down it goes. Dunk through off a wonderful assist.
And not just the score. Miller can dish it as well, showing great vision on that play.
Raptors trail by 9. Now here's Ingram. 21 points in the game. Screen by Pirtle. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
And Pirtle just keeps battling you inside. He is no stranger to physicality in there.
What do you guys think so far about the offensive approach for the Hornets?
Well, I've been impressed with the ball movement all game long. They're really looking to just make that extra pass.
Yeah, they have been dialed in from deep. The three-pointer has been there all night for them.
And the Hornets making a change here. Diabate's checked in. Grady Dick's checked in for the Raptors. The first one falls. And Tim, an old-school big man, Jakob Pirtle, still more than valuable in today's game.
Well, there certainly remains a place in this league for centers who defend the rim, rebound, and set screens. He might not be flashy, but he's a winning player. Well, I'll tell you what, Jakob Pirtle leaves his house and he puts the hard hat on. He is a hard-nosed, no-nonsense pivot player. He's really had a solid career.
Now, here's Barrett. 16 points for him. Bridges with the steal. Miller with the ball. Picked up by Barrett. Miller surveying the floor. There's Ball with the three. And he makes it look easy, dunking it hard with one hand.
That is a product of pure effort, guys.
I agree, and that's nothing new coming from him, GA. He loves going to work on the rebounding, going to work on the board.
And he showed you great timing as well. Offensive rebounding, one of his specialties. Struggling to get it going out there right now. I think he's pressing just a little bit too much.
Miller with the ball. They count on his contributions, currently providing 16.5 points a game. Ball from long range. Good. And Miller gets the assist. Miller's got assist number 5 here tonight.
Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement.
Barnes outside. Puts up a deep three. Raptors get it back. And the basket is good. Pirtle's got 17 now.
Well, he's certainly not the reason they're down. If they're going to grab the lead here, more guys are going to have to step up.
Barnes against Bridges. Back to Ball. It falls for basket number 9 from the field. He's taken 14 shots to get there.
Well, he has dictated the tempo this entire quarter, getting basically whatever he wants offensively.
Now here is Pirtle. Defense is right there. Now Knipple, who's got 19. Here is Miller to the paint. And Knipple, the bucket on the assist from Miller. Miller's got his 6th assist on the night. And so quickly we'll bring it up for the Toronto Raptors. 15-point game. And timeout called by Darko Rajakovic. Looking for a breather and maybe adjusting a thing or two. Some changes for Charlotte. McNeely's checked in for Bridges. James comes in for Miller. And it's Colin Sexton in for Ball. Then for the Raptors, Bobo's checked in. And it's Walter in for Barrett. Inside. The kick out to Barnes. Clock at 6.
2 minutes remaining in the third. 2 minutes.
From outside the arc. Good for another field goal. Number 5 in the night. 5 for 10 shooting.
That's his first from distance this half, which gives him 3 for the night.
And they call the foul, so a chance at the line for one more coming up.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
For Charlotte, they have made 2/3 of their free throws tonight. 6 of 9 to be exact. Charlotte making a switch here. Lumley's checked in, and the Raptors also making a change. Ingram's checked in. Tim, in your career, you played at every level of basketball, pro and college and before. What's the single biggest change in your mind as far as professional basketball outside the NBA?
Well, Kevin, I think globally the level of play has just risen dramatically. There's a much greater belief now that you can actually make it to the league, even if you're playing outside this country. And then the G League has created a much more streamlined path for those who want to work their way into the league.
G League has been terrific.
Sure has.
Raptors have made 3 of their first 5 foul shots tonight. That free throw, no good.
And you look at Grady Dick's physical gifts, and you see it's all there. Size, length, careful training, and hard work could make him into something special.
And he sinks the second. 1:27 left here in the third quarter. Pass to Plumlee. Outside, Sexton. Count the bucket, and he's got a free throw coming up as well.
And sometimes it seems like Sexton wants to get hit on the way up. He just embraces the challenge.
This is his third trip to the free throw line.
At the line for one, Sexton.
Free throw good, Sexton.
And the aggressiveness Sexton plays with is infectious. He motivates his teammates to play just as hard.
Pass to Dick. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot two. It's going to be on Mason Plumlee. The Raptors have converted 4 of 7 free throws on the night.
2 shots.
And the first one at the line is good.
And they came out of the locker room after halftime with a much more physical approach than what we saw in that first half.
Trey Mann, he's checked in for Plumlee. And both free throws good for Dick. 1:02 left to play in the third. Charlotte leading by 15. Pass to Mann. Pass to Sexton. Beyond the arc. It's rebounded by Dick. Raptors trail by 15. To the middle. Here's Ingram. And the layup's good off the glass. Ingram's got 23 points.
And this is what Ingram can do for you. Make a variety of shots over the course of a game. Tonight, he has been unstoppable.
4 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Mann with it. Taking a look at his stats, he's averaging around 9.5 points a game. They set the pick. Sexton for 3. It doesn't go for him. And so it's Charlotte looking at a 13-point lead heading into the next quarter. They've been putting on a clinic in the paint. Shots are falling with regularity, and they are pounding it down low. We'll take a quick break and then back to the action here. And there may not be a lot of drama down the stretch as we head into the fourth quarter, but stranger things have happened. They've got Colin Sexton. McNeely out there with Knipple. Then it's James. And it's Diabate in at the center position. So that's the group out there for Charlotte. And it's Ingram missing.
And even though he didn't get a piece of that shot, you love the pressure he puts on the shooter.
And sometimes that's all you need to do to force that miss.
Raptors trail by 13. Pass to Shed. Now Ingram. Down low. And stolen by Sexton. Inside. Rebound by the Raptors. Next up will be a home game matched up against the Pacers. That game is the first and last of their homestand. Ingram outside. And it goes down 2 points. Ingram's got the fourth quarter going with the first basket of the period here for Toronto. And so Sexton will bring it up for the Charlotte Hornets. They lead by 11. Here's Shed. And the three off target. And you have to like how they're moving the ball right now.
Snappy passes to ready shooters. It's basketball 101, but boy, is it working.
Now, here's Sexton. It's tipped. Not watching the line there. That'll be a backcourt violation.
That's just his first turnover of the game. For the most part, he's been very reliable.
Here's Ingram. There's a screen. It's deflected. Last quarter of play, about 2 minutes in now. Outside, James. Back to Sexton. Charlotte moving it around. Shot clock at 6. Pass to McNeely. The basket good off the assist from Sexton. Sexton's got his fourth assist in this one. Raptors trail by 13. Here's Mobo. Now Dick to the inside. And over 2.5 minutes in the books here in the fourth. Now, here's Sexton. T right on him. Outside, James. Pass to McNeely. Just 5 to shoot. Here's Diabate. And the shot goes in.
And Matador defense, that's one of the easiest shots he is ever going to see.
And they are just breaking the will of their opponent.
Here's Mobo. Here's Shed, defended by Sexton. For 3, Ingram drills it from outside. Ingram's got 5 points in the quarter.
Showing the deep shooting range. Ingram could do it all offensively.
And so it's Charles Lee calling timeout. He knows every possession is critical now. Ball's checked in for McNeely. The Raptors also with a sub. Hurdle's checked in. It's time to send it over now to our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Over that last break, I got a chance to hear what Charles Lee said to the team. He was clapping in the huddle, saying to his guys, loving the effort right now, keep the intensity on them. Leave no doubt in their mind that this game is ours. Guys, back to you.
All right, Allie, thank you. And we're about 3.5 minutes into the fourth quarter. Outside, Ball. Fires the 3. The basket good off the assist from Sexton. Ball's got 13 points here in the second half alone. Pass to Pirtle. Ingram right side. Sinks that one from the post. Ingram's got 30.
Well, his production is not in question now if he could just get his teammates involved.
And out of bounds as Toronto gains possession. Miller's checked in for the Hornets. Raptors trail by 13. And here is Quickly. Ingram right side. Knipple with the rebound. Knipple's got 4 rebounds in this game. Sexton kicks the ball. Pass to Miller. Here's Knipple. Now Ball. 5 on the clock. Lets the 3 fly. Here's Diabate. And there's the bucket. Stay with it on the offensive glass, getting it done.
How frustrating for the defense. You get the stop, but then fail to block out.
And that's why they're behind. A lack of effort, a lack of attention to detail.
And the dunk by Pirtle.
And Pirtle has just taken over this game right now. Gets another bucket right there. He is showing off the entire offensive package.
Now, here's Ball. Miller outside. Pass to Kneppel. The 3. Toronto grabs the miss. And here's Barrett. He's covered by Ball. Count the basket. 18 points for R.J. Barrett.
I love seeing Barrett cash in there. He knows he has what it takes to finish through contact.
There's Miller with the 3. Toronto grabs the miss. Pirtle's got 11 rebounds in the game. Quickly looking it over. Pirtle, the pass to Ingram. And here is Quickly. Basket is good. The assist from Barnes. Quickly's got it back down to single digits for the Raptors. Sexton kicks to Miller. Jacks up a 3. And the Hornets miss again.
And they're winning this game despite his difficulties at the offensive end.
Here's Ingram. And another basket for Toronto.
Well, they left it until the fourth quarter, but finally the run they needed to get back into this.
And they've made some big plays to get back in it. This game is a toss-up now.
Here's Kneppel. Miller outside. Will not go. This is off the front iron.
Tonight has just not been his night. It's that simple. Luckily, they have found success elsewhere.
Here's Ingram. Makes it off the glass. Now just a 4-point Hornets lead.
He is totally locked in offensively and doing everything he can to bring his team back.
Out to the right wing. Right side, Ball. To stop the drought. It's rebounded by Quickly.
And that was a little bit of a range check for him.
Yeah, I mean, he's a very good shooter, but from that distance, his percentages go down.
Now, here's Barrett. Pirtle with a screen on Ball. Here's Barrett. And good. Got the friendly bounce off the right side of the rim. Barrett's got 4 points in the quarter.
And Barrett did a nice job that time surveying the defense, saw his options, and he ended up taking it himself.
Ball with it. Barrett covering. Outside, Ball. And it's Toronto with the rebound. Barrett's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Outside Ingram. To take the lead. To tie it up. And oh, the lay-in, and he gets it done.
Well, that was a big spot, and Pirtle was not afraid of the moment.
And timeout is called by Charles Lee. And that timeout by Coach was carefully measured, wanting to make sure that everybody is on the same page here. And here's Ball. He'll bring it up for Charlotte. 17 points was their biggest margin. Here's Bridges. Ball feeling it out a bit. Down low, gets it to go.
And that's about the worst defense I can imagine a team playing coming down the stretch.
Well, I'm surprised because he's a guy you have to key on for something like that. You can't let him get one that easy.
Here's Barnes. After the basket by Charlotte. Good on the basket.
Well, that's just a clutch shot from Barnes, and it's what his team expects from him in these moments.
At the line for the Raptors, Scotty Barnes. One shot.
And the free throw is good, now leading by 1.
Yeah, a lot of pressure in this situation. Not easy to convert those free throws.
Here's Miller. Now Ball from outside, knocks down the three.
And that is a big-time basket. LaMelo entered the league at 19 with such high expectations. This young man Ball is used to the spotlight.
And that one is good.
Well, they really needed that one right there, and Ingram came through in a big moment.
Outside, Ball. Strong move off the glass.
And great intensity here down the stretch. He's not one to shrink in the moment.
And that is great leadership. He certainly has that clutch gene that every team needs.
Trying again, and he got it. Nice execution on the layup.
And this is where Pirtle has great value to his team. Offensive rebounding, just hanging around the glass.
And you could see him give a little nod and then just burst to the rim for the alley-oop slam.
A pair of teammates, Greg, with a terrific feel for each other. Toronto's gotten off 4 3-pointers in the final quarter, and 2 of them have fallen. Ingram tries from 7.
And when it comes to generating offense, Ingram is the real deal.
At the line for the Raptors, Brandon Ingram. 2 shots.
Drops the first one, and that narrows the gap to 1.
And, you know, people around the league think that Brandon Ingram actually has an even higher ceiling than we've seen. And with a few improvements to his game, he could get even better. I hope we get to see that.
And he makes both free throws.
Yeah, he knew how big those free throws were, knocked them down.
Ball against quickly. And he jams it in.
Remember that one. Guys, a difference maker.
What a big-time shot. Those are the moments you dream about as a kid.
Now here's Ingram. Pirtle sets the pick for Ingram. Here's Pirtle. Oh, and he cannot get the layup. What a big possession right here.
No doubt about it, guys. The tension is palpable. And Ball ready for these moments, showing he wants the rock in his hands. Love it.
And the timeout called by Darko Rajakovic. Pivotal moment in this game. He's not taking any chances. He'll call time.
You see yourself on the screen, and you just...
Here's Ingram. 30 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Now Barrett. Barnes sets a screen for Barrett. Misses the three. And they foul intentionally. They're going to have to do that now again and again. They're not in the penalty yet.
And you know what? Smart foul. You got to try and extend the game.
And so they foul intentionally. He doesn't hit the first, and that was the one they really wanted. He's got one more, though. And he ends up making the second, and that puts them up by 5. And the Raptors call time here. They're trailing by 5. Turning here to our analysts, what factors, guys, come to your mind?
Score, then hope for some missed free throws or a turnover at the other end.
Well, at this point, everything has to go your way to extend this game.
Now here's Ingram. Tight defense on him. Now Barnes. Barrett fires. And they'll get another chance.
Everything is bouncing their way tonight. The offensive glass has been a big factor in this one.
So it's the Hornets picking up the win. It was up for grabs right until the final seconds.
Yeah, and for me, Kevin, what stood out is just the overall trust this group has in one another when it matters most. Doing what had to be done and to send these fans home happy.
And that about wraps it up. Along with Tim Legler, Greg Anthony, and Allie LaForce, this is Kevin Harlan saying thank you once again for being with us here tonight on 2K Sports. And as we leave you, let's take a look at our player of the game, LaMelo Ball.